Oh man, we got breaking news out of Minnesota. Minnesota officials dispute federal account of fatal ice shooting. So today it was a protest about ice in Minnesota, and it got crazy. One lady attempted to run over an ICE agent. Let's just say things took a left turn. Federal officials say a 37-year-old woman was trying to kill agents with a car in Minneapolis City, and state officials called that account false, demanding an end to the immigration crackdown. So they calling it false. Okay. State and local officials demand an end to the Trump administration immigration crackdown in Minnesota after a federal officer shot and killed a 37-year-old woman in Minneapolis on Wednesday. Details remain in dispute, with President Trump saying the agent had acted in self-defense on social media, while state and local officials described federal accounts of the shooting with terms like propaganda and garbage. So the state and local officials saying something totally different. So which one is it? Federal officials defended the use of force, saying the woman had weaponized her vehicle. At a news conference, Kristi Noem, the Homeland Security Secretary, said the woman was stalking officers and that the agent who killed her used his training to save his life and those of his colleagues. So, what just happened with what's the dude, Rodney Hampton, that took revenge and ran over the cops that killed his son? So it could have been one of those type of situations. Or maybe, hey, he had to do what he had to do and save the life of his life and other people, huh? Mayor Jacob Frey called the account of the federal officials bullcrap, describing the shooting instead of an agent reckless using power that resulted in somebody dying, getting killed. Governor Tim Walz of Minnesota post on social media, "Don't believe this propaganda machine." So wait a minute. So we clearly see, I'm sure, I'm going to show the video. I'm going to play the video. We see the lady with her car, like, going after the agent, right? And then he shot. So what are they saying? He's saying he didn't have to shoot? Oh, okay, she had to be a white woman. Because if it was about the black, y'all got a reason to shoot, huh? So it had to be a white woman who did this. So he's awesome. He basically saying he didn't have to shoot. Come on, man. Connor Janeska, 30, who lives on the street where the shooting took place, described what she saw. One of the ICE agents tried to rip her door open, and another one got in front of the vehicle and shouted "stop" before firing 3 times within seconds of saying stop. Now, I wonder, is it one of those things, because I've seen the cops, they mainly do this with black people. A cop will be at your car and one will purposely stand in front of your car, in front of the right tire, just anywhere in front of the car. So the second you hit that gas, he gonna say you trying to run him over. So that's an excuse for him to shoot. So what they're trying to say, this was one of those cases where a cop just stood in front of the car and telling her to stop, and if she hit the gas, he's gonna shoot. So like I said, I've seen those cases many times. When a cop standing in front of your car, he just fishing for a reason to shoot you. So was it that kind of situation? Here's what we'll cover. What videos show. 3 videos of the shooting posted on social media and verified by the New York Times show 2 federal agents trying to get a woman to exit a vehicle that is partially blocking a street. The driver reverses, then pulls forward and begins to turn. A third agent pulls out a gun and fires a shot, then continues firing as the vehicle moves past him. Victim identified. The woman who was killed by federal immigration agents was identified as Renee Nicole Good by 2 officials in Minnesota with knowledge of the investigation who were not authorized to share details. The Minneapolis police chief, Brian O'Hara, said in an earlier news conference that there was nothing to indicate that this woman was the target of any law enforcement investigation. So, there it is, man. So, the local and state saying it didn't have to happen, and the federal and Trump saying it was self-defense. They were protecting, the agent protecting his life and his fellow colleagues. That's interesting. We're gonna check out this news clip about it. Let's check this out.
Shooting. This now, the first time that we're really hearing some more details from law enforcement.
Yeah, well, we know that the call was made maybe about 10 o'clock this morning, so just about 3 hours or so ago. In that press conference, we did get some more information about this woman who was, we know, at this point shot and killed by ICE agents. We have learned that she is a 37-year-old white woman. She appeared to be in the vehicle alone, is what the police chief said. But the spouse has made it to the hospital. But we probably should take you back just a little bit about just some of the chain of events that have happened now that we have some of that information confirmed.
And interestingly, we really still haven't learned what the initial call was, why ICE was there in the first place, who they may have been looking for. But we know that while ICE agents were there, according to Mayor Fry, there were about a dozen or so plus agents there, and that, you know, we've seen there's some video out there. We're actually going to be showing it to you here shortly, so you can see for yourself. But in the course of of them looking for somebody, people started to gather, crowd started to gather. Mm-hmm. More law enforcement shows up, and I'm not exactly sure at what point the incident happened with a woman in the vehicle, but we know that there was a woman in the vehicle, and according to again, you'll see the video for yourself and you can kind of watch. There are two narratives here. One from the Trump administration, which we'll read to you in a second, and then one we just heard from local law enforcement. Okay, and Ryan's telling me that we are actually ready to show the video. So before we layer too much context here, why don't we just...
But then I said, though, it had to be a white woman for them to be, pissed off about the local and state. Because like I say, if it was somebody black, they'd have been like, you're right, it was justified.
Let you watch this, but we're going to do this in a very sort of deliberate way. Let people know Absolutely. That this is a video we're showing for the first time. They're not going to see it a lot on our air because we want to make sure that when we're showing it, we're doing it with a purpose. So there's no audio here as well, and you're going to see this sort of play out. So just a warning to those who may not want to see this. You can see the vehicle there. That's law enforcement pulling up in the pickup.
And it is the Honda Pilot that we should be focused on here. It's about a purplish, reddish color here. So let's take a look.
Agent walking up. Mm-hmm. And then there's another agent. I don't know if you can see that one right there.
Yeah, three agents involved. One was kind of closer to the front of the vehicle. The other kind of pulled on that driver's side door handle.
Yeah. So again, there's no audio here. We don't know what's being said. We don't know really anything else about this woman, other than we know that she was not the target of the initial investigation. That was confirmed by the police chief. But there are some other angles of this as well that are being looked at. So that's kind of one pass of the video. And again, right. Okay. Thanks for letting us know. Sorry. So there is some audio to this, and if you go up.
It's crazy. They're gunning down white women. From the looks of that, I don't know. From looking at it from that angle, I saw it from the front angle. This was the first time I ever seen this angle, so I don't know. Did he have to do it? Maybe the local officials are right. I don't know.
So now you can see the vehicle is crashed. Yep. And according to law enforcement here in the Twin Cities, that woman was shot, and then the vehicle drove into the snow there, as you can see. So this is kind of the aftermath right now. This video is turned the other way. We want to just show you what's happening. We didn't have a lot on the front end of this, and every time we show video, we kind of like to show prior the incident and then as much after, but this is what we have, so we wanted to show it to you in full.
And this is also the first time that we are seeing this as well, so we're kind of just watching this together along with you. But as you can see there, you see all these houses and these homes along Portland Avenue. We know that this is a resident.
And then when I first heard about this, I heard it was some kind of protest. This don't look like no protest. Where everybody is, like she was just out on the street, and I don't know, like they say the code's blocking traffic, but do this look like a protest to y'all? So that was a false narrative pushed by who knows? I don't know, but I know I saw that earlier. It was a protest.
Area So again, we don't know much about this woman, just that she's 37 years old. We don't know if she was an observer, because that's the thing too. So a lot of these ICE agents were out there, and they say observers were out there as well. These are people that are just documenting what is going on. And so we know from the police chief's perspective, he just says that he knows that she was a woman that was in her car and she was walking the road. And that's...
Or maybe the ICE agents were in the neighborhood conducting a search or a raid for somebody for immigration purposes, and she saw them out there and maybe started hassling them, giving them a problem, giving them a piece of her mind or something. Who knows? So maybe that's a angle, something that happened. They was out there going to get somebody, and she saw them and want them in her neighborhood.
All the information that we know.
Okay, Ryan, will you let me know when this is played out completely, or how close we are? Oh, there's a couple minutes left, because I just wanted to also read, because we haven't had a chance to do this, the statement from Christy Nome, the Department of Homeland Security, if I could as well. Do you want me to do that right now, Ryan, or do you want me to wait just a minute? Okay. Okay, so let's just kind of let's just watch this for a moment. Again, this is the aftermath.
Yeah, that's what had to happen. They had to probably be out there, searching for somebody. She saw them, and some more people saw them, and most likely went and hassled the cops or something like that. So that's what I really truly believe happened. All right, I'm gonna end that right there. We're gonna go check out this footage from the what is it, the Governor Christy Nome? Let's check this out.
You asked about a shooting that we just had in Minneapolis, Minnesota. It was an act of domestic terrorism. What happened, it was our ICE officers were out in an enforcement action. They got stuck in the snow because of the adverse weather that is in Minneapolis. They were attempting to push out their vehicle, and a woman attacked them and those surrounding them and attempted to run them over and ram them with her vehicle. An officer of ours acted quickly and defensively shot to protect himself and the people around him. And my understanding is that she was hit and is deceased. We're continuing to gather more information, but this goes to show the assaults that our ICE officers and our law enforcement are under every single day. These vehicle rammings are domestic acts of terrorism. We're working with the Department of Justice to prosecute them as such. We will continue to protect our ICE officers and in cooperation with other law enforcement agencies as well. You've seen me in the last couple of days deploy over 2,000 more officers to the Minneapolis area. And in the last 2 days, we've arrested hundreds and hundreds of dangerous criminals, not just fraudsters who stole from the American people billions of dollars and put it in their pockets and enriched their friends from overseas and themselves, but also individuals who committed acts of murder and rape and trafficking and drug exploitation and child
Okay. So there you have it. In conclusion, it's sad that someone lost their life. I don't know. looking at the video from that angle, I mean, maybe the cops were overzealous. A lot of cops have anger problems. Hey, I guess it is what it is. What's happened is happened. Can't turn back the hands of time. Well. Finally, but in conclusion, they should be arresting those damn Somalians for all that goddamn fraud, because I'm seeing Somalis online being so braggadocious about the crimes they committed. I heard one Somali on with Tariq Nasheed show talking about he got like 80,000 quick. We over here struggling like hell, but like I say, you already know the government got their hand in there. Ain't nowhere in the hell they just some kind of politicians got their hand in that too. So, but they need to be arresting them for that shit up in Minneapolis, man. All right, so like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment, and I'll catch y'all in this video. Peace.